3C. Do you speak English? 1. Read. A. Discuss. What are the most popular languages that people learn in your country? In our country, Saudi Arabia, what are the most popular languages? Most popular languages mean the language that are spoken by many people or most people. In Saudi Arabia, Arabic is the dominant language, but many people, a lot of Saudis, are able to communicate in English. They understand English. So, Arabic and English. Where can you see or hear English today? Today? Well, everywhere you can see and hear English. If you turn on the TV, you can find many TV channels that are in English. If you are a person who is into watching movies, then top movies today are in English. If you are a gamer, if you like to play video games, PlayStation 4, Xbox, then most of these games come in English with Arabic support sometimes. If you go to a hospital, then you find nurses and doctors who speak English. So English can be found everywhere, literally. TV, internet, if you search the internet, you can find billions, not millions, I'm saying billions of websites in English. 3. Do you think English is an important language? Is it important to learn English? If yes, why? If no, why not? Well, I think yes, and I believe that you will agree with me. Well, since that it can be found everywhere, this is the reason why it is important to learn English, because it's everywhere. Yes, because we see it and hear it everywhere, and we've got to understand what we are seeing and hearing. There are over 1 billion web pages with information in English. If you don't know, 1 billion equals 1,000 millions. There are over, that means more than 1 billion web pages with information in English. If you are able to understand English, that means English can open doors for you to a lot of information. You can learn and search for a lot of information if you can understand English. Can you come up with a definition for these words? Vlog. What is a vlog and what is screenager? Screenager is a teenager who spends a lot of time looking at screens, whether it's a TV screen or a smartphone screen or an iPad screen. Vlog is a video blog. Video blog. What is a blog? A blog is a website or a web page typically run by an individual or small group that is written in an informal or conversational style and regularly updated. What do you think Italish and Spanglish are? We will read and then we will come back to this question. I will play the recording for you. You will listen and try to read along.
Have you ever wondered how many people speak English? There are about 7 billion people in the world today, and a quarter of the world's population can speak English. Now that's a lot. English is the official language in the UK, the USA, Australia, New Zealand, and several other countries. However, 3 out of every 4 English speakers are non-native speakers. English is everywhere. It's the language of finance, business, science, transport, entertainment, computers, etc. For instance, a great number of books and documentaries are in English. Also, most sites on the web are in English. So, if you know English, you can look up almost anything and find information about any topic. Learning English allows you to communicate with people from all over the world. Traveling to other countries is easier too. If you're in a foreign country and need some information, don't panic. You'll definitely come across someone who speaks English. As all languages, English has developed throughout the years, and new words have entered the language. These are words that people use frequently, and they come from a variety of fields that affect our everyday life. For example, the word threequel, which means the third book, etc., of a series, has not been around for a long time. There are also new forms of English people speak in some countries. One example is Singlish, which is a variety of English people speak in Singapore, with elements from other local languages. English has become the language of international communication. But what about the future? Who knows? It might not be English, but Spanish, Chinese, or another language.
Okay, now is our turn. From the top. Have you ever wondered how many people speak English? Have you ever asked yourself this question, how many people speak English? There are about 7 billion people, not million, billion. That's like 7,000 million people in the world today. And quarter of the world's population can speak English. That's almost 1.75 billion people. More than 1,000 million people can speak English. Population means all the people who live in a particular town, area, or country. Now, that's a lot. English is the official language in the UK. Official means the main language that is spoken by most British people. The USA, Australia, New Zealand, and several other countries. Several means many other countries. However, 3 out of every 4 English speakers are non-native speakers. That means if we bring 4 people who can speak English, 3 of these 4 are non-native, means they don't speak English as a main language, as mother tongue, as first language. They speak it as a second language. English is everywhere. It's a language of finance. Finance means money. Business, science, transport. Transport, like when you go to an airport to fly somewhere to some other country, you can use English for transportation. Entertainment, so that's like music, movies, computers, etc. For instance, for example, a great number of books and documentaries are in English. Also, most sites, most websites on the internet, on the web, are in English. So if you know English, you can learn a lot. You can search for anything you would like to know about. You can look up almost anything and find information about any topic, any subject, anything you want to know. Just search for it and you will find hundreds, maybe thousands of pages in English about that certain topic. Learning English allows you to communicate with people from all over the world, not just the people who are in your area. Traveling to other countries is easier too. If you are in a foreign country means not your country. Any country that is not yours is a foreign country. And need some information, don't panic. Don't feel afraid. Don't panic. You will definitely come across someone who speaks English. As all languages, English has developed throughout the years. Developed means become more advanced. Throughout means during all the years. During all the years. And now words have entered the language. These are words that people use frequently. Words that people use a lot. And they come from a variety of fields. Variety means many fields, many different fields. Fields like computer, engineering, medicine, all these are different fields that affect our everyday life. For example, the word threequel, this word threequel is a new word which entered English lately. It didn't exist long time ago. It's a new word, which means the third book. This is the meaning of threequel. It means the third book, etc., of a series has not been around for a long time. It didn't exist until recent years. There are also new forms of English. New forms means different kinds of English that people speak in some countries. One example is Singlish. What is Singlish? Singlish is a variety of English people speak in Singapore, with elements from other local languages. So in Singapore, people mix between English and their local language. That means their main language, their first language. They make a mixture between English and their first language, which became Singlish. English has become the language of international communication. But what about the future? Who knows? It might not be English, but Spanish, Chinese, or another language like Arabic. Do you think in the future people will start speaking Arabic all over the world? Well, we hope that as Arabs, we love our language, the Arabic language, and we hope that maybe in the future, who knows, maybe Arabic will become the dominant language in the world. Okay. Listen, read, and choose the best title for the text. For the previous text, what do you think the best title for that text should be? A. English, a changing language. B. English throughout the centuries. Or English around the world. How about A? A changing language means English changes through time. Is this the best title? Maybe we mentioned that new words come into English every now and then, but we are talking about the entire text, not just a part in a text. English throughout the centuries, English around the world. I think that C is the best title, because we were talking about the importance of English and how it's a world language. It's not just a language for some countries. It's for the world. C. Read again and answer the questions. How many people speak English around the world? How many? We said that the world's population is 7 billion. 1/4 of that is the number of people who speak English. That means 1.75 billion people. 2. Are most English speakers non-native speakers? Is this true? Yes or no? Yes. In the text, we read that 3 out of 4 people are non-native speakers. That means if we bring 4 people who can speak English, 3 of them would be non-native speakers, just like me. I am Saudi, and I speak English as a second language. My first language is Arabic, of course. So I am a non-native speaker. 3. How many pages are in English on the internet? Over 1 billion, more than 1 billion pages. 4. According to the text, how can English help people in their everyday lives? Name 2 ways. Like when they use the internet, English can help them searching for a lot of information, because there are more web pages in English than it is in Arabic. And they can talk to foreigners. When they go to the hospital, they can talk to Filipino nurses. That is one way English can help you communicating. That English can help you in your everyday life. 5. What kind of words have entered the language? We said that new words entered the language in recent years, and those words are the words that are used very often, people use a lot, and they come from different fields. 6. Where do people speak Singlish? In Singapore, they speak Singlish. What is Singlish? It is English with some words from Singapore, the local language. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. Goodbye.